Welcome, beautiful people, and thank you for coming back to my channel. Today's video is going to explain how I tie-dye black clothing, a black shirt, black sweatpants, with only using bleach. Keep watching. All right, guys, good morning. It is super early. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. So before my kids get up, I'm going to try a DIY for black clothes. I'm going to bleach them or tie-dye bleach them. I've been looking online. A lot of the tie-dye bleach sets are super expensive, like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I've seen some even as high as $100. So instead of spending the money, I'm going to try to tie-dye a bleach black set myself, and let's see how this goes. So this is what we're working with this morning. I have a Fuck Racism black oversized shirt from Amazon. It is a size large, and then I have a regular size black sweats with the scrunched bottoms, and these are, I've had these pants for a while. These are also a large. So they'll both be oversized, and let's see what we get. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you now, I'm not gonna use rubber bands. I'm not gonna use gloves. And I'm not gonna go outside. So I'm gonna do it right here in my sink. So in my kitchen, I'm gonna go ahead and just get my black clothes, regular bleach in a water bottle, fill the rest of the water bottle up with water, spray it down and wet it in the sink, and then move on from there. I've watched a couple of YouTubes, and a lot of them say if you want that swirl effect, you gotta start in the center or wherever you want your swirl to start, but you have to pinch it and then begin to make a twisted like motion all the way until you get the entire shirt or object bunched up in a circle. They're all twisted up and bunched up in the sink. I'm going to fill this water bottle the rest of the way up with water and begin to spray down my shirt. So I just started spraying my shirt, and you can definitely tell here in the middle it's already starting to change colors. This is bleach, so it does eat through cotton, so you have to hurry up. With the back, I flipped it back over to spray the front a little more. I made it a little looser so I can get into some more of the crevices of the shirt. All right, so like I stated before, you can't really let it sit too long, and I'm watching the clock. It can only, got some drool on me. I'm up early, because I can't do this with my kids awake. You can't let it sit too long because it is bleach. It will tear through your cotton, so we have to hurry up and rinse it. Okay, so I finished doing the shirt, and I like the way it's turning out so far. You can definitely see the change in color. You have to rinse it in the sink with cold water until all of the When you're rinsing it, it'll be brown like I showed you. So you keep rinsing it until the water is clear. I'm letting it sit in the washing machine. I'm gonna do the pants and then do an easy cycle, cold water, minimum laundry detergent. When I do begin to wash, I will use Tide Simply Clean and Fresh. Please remember to use a minimum laundry detergent so we're at the minimum amount for the max. So after reviewing online, I couldn't decide how I wanted the pants, so I decided to go with the scrunch method. This method stated to lay your item or clothing flat as possible. Make sure you are on the side of the pants that will be facing outward, so not the back of the pants. You should be on the front facing up. You should start on the heel or cuff of the pants and scrunch going upwards towards the waist, like a xylophone, I'm guessing, like an accordion. Should be up, down, in a ripple effect. And you're supposed to scrunch one part over the other all the way until you reach the seam or the crotch area. And then we have to also scrunch the top. This part was a little difficult. I actually had to do it several times until I got it right. I tried holding it up, holding it flat. I just think the issue was it was so much material since they are thick sweatpants and I'm trying to lay them perfectly. They do not have to be perfect to work. I just think I was a little OCD here. But as you can see, the pattern up, down, up, down, up, down. That's the look that I'm going for. This will not be a spiral effect. This will give it that splatter paint look. So I'm just about done here. I'm practicing a little bit more, but I'm really liking the way it's turning out. So this is what I'm looking like right now for the pants. So I like xylophone scrunched it on both sides and I like the way it turned out. And then I might do a little swirl here in the middle. Probably not because again, I'm not using rubber bands, but I might just continue to scrunch it and work with it as I go. Do make sure you rinse out your sink really good before throwing your next item in there or the leftover bleach will begin to make a pattern on your new set. So here are the pants bunched up in the sink and we're going to begin to spray them down with bleach. All right, so I love the way the pants are turning out. I like the little droplet effects. You get that from using a water bottle instead of a spray bottle. So I'm gonna let this sit for another 5 minutes and then throw it in the wash. Well, I have to rinse it first, then throw it in the wash. Okay, so now that the pants are done, I'm throwing them in the washing machine with the shirt. And you can clearly tell they are not the same color, but that depends on the fabric used on the original shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up, turn the washing machine on, put it on speed wash. I went back and forth on what setting to set it to. I ended up leaving it on speed wash. I then changed the settings. I went all the way to cold water. So I'm doing it on cold water, speed high, extra light soil, speed wash. That gives us a total of 38 minutes and click start. It is very important to remember to rinse it out in the sink and not in the wash machine because it will continue to bleach inside the machine. Okay, so while my bleached items are in the wash, I'm gonna have to wash them and then dry them, and I'll come back later on here and show you how it turned out and how it looks. I did want to let you know that The color that your shirt or pants turn out depends on how much color or layers were used in the original black shirt that you purchased. So usually if you buy a set, a shirt and pants or a jacket and sweatpants that come together, they were used, the same amount of color layering was used the same in each item. So if you bleach those sets together, they will match. So the shirt turned out a little orangey when you bleached it because that's the orange or layers that they used in that shirt. In the sweatpants, when I bleached them, turned a little brown, or it was still not black, it still faded, but it wasn't that bright orange that the shirt was. So if you want your tie-dyes to match, you have to buy the sets together. I personally didn't care. I didn't want to buy something black first and spend a lot of money and then tie-dye it and ruin it. So now that I know it'll work and I know kind of what I like, I'll try it again with matching sets, but I still love the process. So I'm gonna wash it and dry it and then I'll check back in with you. Thanks. Oh, and material, you really should use gloves if you're not used to working with bleach. I'm a mom of 5. I bleach a lot of things constantly, toys, dishes, the floor, so I'm used to working with bleach. I would say that it does burn your eyes when you use it in a sink because it's not deep, it's really shallow, and sometimes the mist comes up when you're spraying it with water and washing it, so it can make your eyes kind of burn, similar to cutting onions. So if your eyes are sensitive, wear goggles. If your hands are sensitive, use gloves. Use rubber bands if you're not used to scrunching the material on your own, and be creative. I'll check back in with you. All right, all the kids have been dropped off at camp. The clothes have finished through the washer and the dryer. Me and Mr. Owen are gonna go check on the results. Say hi, Owen. Say hi. Say hi, Mom. So here I'm just unbundling the items, shaking them out. I'm going to do a floor display to show you exactly what the finished product ended up looking like. Oh my gosh, guys, so I'm really loving how this turned out. Like I told you before, depending on the colors that were used to make the original black shirt will depend on the colors that show through after you apply the bleach. So I love the brown. And like I told you, it gives you like that splatter paint look, not so controlled like the regular spiral tie-dyes. I didn't want it to be too controlled. I like the little spiral here, but I like how the rest is like splatter. So this is the front of the pants and the front of the shirt. And this is the back of the shirt and the back of the pants. So I'm really loving how this turned out. Even though it's not exactly the same tie-dye colors, I really do think they'd look good together. Or this with a solid black pair of leggings and this with a brown tank top or a white tank top or an all black shirt. I really like how this turned out. All right, so this is how it looks. I really love how the shirt turned out, like really love it. And the pants. I'm gonna do my hair, take some photos, but I love it. You guys should really try it out. All right, guys, so this is it. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video now. I really like the way it turned out. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? And if you're willing to try it on black clothing of your own. And I will see you next time. Bye.